Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony. This is Dogwood Hill Homestead. We raise chickens, goats, quail, and a pretty big vegetable garden. If this is your first time here, let me welcome you to the page. We've got playlists on chickens, quail, goats, and the garden. But today we're going to be talking about the quail. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from you about our quail. A lot of folks are interested in quail, and it's great to hear that many of you are getting quail in the near future. And I think that's absolutely great. I love raising quail. It's one of my most favorite things to do. So if you notice in the background, there's something new in the quail corner of the shop here. Of course, we have our original wood frame stacked quail cage here that I built from a video by Coturnix corner. Over here, we have a new addition. So this is our thieving otter 5-tier all wire cage setup. Just got this in. We've had it up for a few days, so I'm trying to get a little more time under my belt with this cage before we do a review video. So I thought I would talk about the difference in the two types of cages that we have here. These are probably the most common types of cages, either the wood framed with the wire sides and wire floor, or the all wire cages. And I want to talk about the pros and cons of each, what I like about each one, what I don't like about each one, and there are some things that I like about this cage, and there's some things that I'm not quite liking about the wire cages, but overall I'm very happy with this. First of all, I want to start with this one. This is where it all started right here. This is my first quail cage that I built. So I learned how to build this cage by watching the video on Coturnix corner. So this is my first quail cage setup that I built. So the first pro that I want to mention about the wood frame cage is that it is easy to build. You can build it with basic homeowner tools, a drill and a saw. And you can build it with materials that you can find at any hardware store, any big box store like Lowe's or Home Depot. The second thing that I really like about this cage is the low barrier to entry. This is a very inexpensive cage to build. As a matter of fact, the other day, and this is in my area, I went on Lowe's.com and put everything that I needed to build this cage in my cart, and it was less than $150. Granted, I used 2x4s that I ripped in half with a table saw because I have a table saw, and it was a very simple thing to do. But you can just go and buy straight 2x2 material and not worry about ripping those 2x4s in half. Third pro about this cage, really this is a pro about both style cages, is that the floors are made of wire so that the waste, the manure, falls through the wire into the pans below. The next pro that I like about this cage is that you can scale it. You can make it bigger or smaller. You can make it more than 3-tier. You can make it less than 3-tier. You can make it 24 inches wide. You can make it 6 foot wide. So you can scale this up or down based on your needs. Finally, the fifth thing that I like about this cage is that it is very sturdy. This cage is very sturdy. Mine does have plywood on the top and very thin plywood in the back. I have no qualms about having 2 full 5-gallon buckets of water sitting on top of this cage without any worries that it would collapse. Those are the things that I like about this cage. Now let's talk about the things that I don't like about this cage. Let's talk about the cons. And the biggest one to me is that it is hard to clean. Because this frame is made out of wood and the floor frames are made out of wood, the birds like to perch on the edges of the wood, and when they begin to perch there, they also begin to poop there. And so the poop collects on the wood on the side of the frames, and it's very difficult to get off. Now every time that I dump the trays, I go in with a putty knife and try and scrape it off as best I can, but it's just very difficult to keep it clean. Now this cage here very shortly is going to be unloaded. I'm going to move these birds over, and this cage will go outside, and I'm going to pressure wash it to get it clean. But that is the one downside to these, is that they are hard to clean. And there is studies that show that wooden cages harbor more bacteria than all wire cages. So you got to work a little harder at keeping it clean. And that is the main reason that I bought this cage over here, is because this one is so hard to clean. The second con to this cage is that this cage has no egg rollout. These are just flat bottoms with no rollout. You actually have to open the cages, reach in, grab the eggs, pull them out. On Coturnix Corner, Terry did make a video about how to make egg rollouts for this cage setup. Requires a few more steps and some tricky angles, but the way that I built it, it does not have rollouts, and that is a little bit of a con. The third thing that I don't like about this, and this is really not a big deal, is that it's very heavy. Well, it's sturdy, but it also means that it's heavy. These cages are really good, and I highly recommend them because they're easy to build, they're inexpensive. Please go and check out Coturnix Corner. Watch the video of how this is built. This is a great cage. It's just got some things that I'm not so crazy about, but I'm still going to use it. I'm going to continue to keep birds in there. I'm going to be transitioning all of my layers and breeding pairs to this setup with the egg rollout, and I'm going to be using this cage over here, my grow out pens. So now that I've mentioned some cons about this cage, I want to mention some improvements that can be made to make this a little bit better. Number one, and Terry mentions this on his video, is painting the wood. So painting this cage would make it a little easier to keep clean. That was a failure on my part. Terry did recommend painting it. I was just too impatient. So the second improvement I would recommend if you're going to build one of these is to go ahead and take the extra time to build the floors with egg rollouts. You'll be glad you did. So the third improvement that I want to mention is to use something besides the 1/2-inch hardware cloth. This one is built completely with 1/2-inch hardware cloth on the floor, on the sides, everywhere. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. 1/2-inch hardware cloth will work. It is totally fine. However, I wish that I would have done mine a little bit differently. I wish that I would have made my sides with 1x2 wire. Now, 2 wire has a 1-inch gap in one direction and a 2-inch gap in the other direction. If I had to do over again, I would use a 1x2 wire on the sides, and on the floors I would use 1/2x1. Because the hardware cloth sometimes is a little bit tricky to keep clean. Sometimes the manure does stick to the hardware cloth, and I have to use a putty knife to kind of scratch around. So if I had to do it over again, I would use a different wire. The 1/2-inch hardware cloth probably is the most affordable option, and it's the most readily available option, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But using the 1x2 would make it a lot easier to actually use some external feeders if I ever desired to do that. So moving on over to my new set of cages here. What are the things that I like about this cage so far? So it's only been a couple of days since I've had the birds in this cage, so I still got a lot to learn, and I'm still weighing out and seeing what I like about it before I do a full-on review. But I want to talk about some of the things that I like about cages like this, whether that be all-wire cages that you build yourself or all-wire cages that you buy from a supplier. So the first pro to the all-wire cages is that they are easy to clean. There is no wood frames on the side for the birds to hang out and to poop on. And the manure passes right through the bottom of the floor with no problems. Very easy to clean. I will say that this is a very heavy gauge wire, by the way, and the birds seem to be a little more comfortable on this wire. And my favorite part so far is the egg rollout. And what an egg rollout is, the floor of the cage is on an angle, and the eggs, you can see here's some right here. The eggs just roll to the front. So when you need to collect eggs, you just got to come up here and grab them. You don't have to reach into the cage whatsoever. So another thing that I like about wire cages, and this cage is not modular, but many of the wire cages are modular, meaning you can add to them, meaning you could start with a smaller, maybe a 2 or 3 tier, and you could add tiers as you go along, making a bigger system as you grow. The fourth pro about all wire cages is they're significantly lighter. This cage is much lighter than the wooden cage over here. It's much easier to move around. If I need to slide it out from the wall to clean behind it, it's really not that difficult. It's really not that heavy. And finally, the sixth pro about these cages is that they let more light in. You can just see from looking here, you see much more light in these cages as compared to these cages. These cages have a much more shadow there because of all of the angles that are blocked by the wood. So this cage seems to let more light in. Now that may not mean anything. I mean, they've never had a problem with them laying eggs, even though it is kind of shadowed and there are dark spots here. But I do like the aesthetic of just being able to look in there and see the birds in a much better light. So let's talk about the cons to all wire cages. And the biggest con is the price. All wire cages are not cheap. They're not cheap if you buy them from a supplier, and even the wire is not cheap if you have to buy it. The second thing is if you want to build your own wire cages, the wire can be difficult to source, and you may have to purchase a larger quantity than what you would need. You may have to purchase a 100-foot roll of wire to build your cages, which is probably more than you're going to need. So the third con to the wire cage is they're not quite as sturdy as the wooden cage. And that is to be expected because of their construction and how they're made. They're just a little bit lighter than the denser, heavier wooden frames. So on this one, I really only feel comfortable filling my 5-gallon bucket about halfway full with water. Any more really makes the top flex a little too much for my comfort, and so I'm only going to fill my bucket up to halfway. Now, total disclosure, this is not the water container that came with this cage. I'm using a 5-gallon bucket because it holds a little bit more and has a little bit more capacity, but it's not quite as sturdy as the wooden frame, and that's to be expected. Now, I have had zero issues with the bucket there, and like I said, I'm just going to fill it up halfway because that's what I'm comfortable with. I don't want to do any damage to the top of the cage and flex it too much. But that is a con that you need to keep in mind, is that they're not quite as sturdy as the wooden frame cages, and that's just the nature of how they're built. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If there's something in this video that was helpful to you, we sure would appreciate it if you give us a like. We'd love to hear from you. Write us a comment down below. We respond to every comment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one. Lord willing, the creek don't rise.